In ancient times, the Alabasta Kingdom was born on a sand island 5,000 years ago. The seed of knowledge sprouted on O'Hara Island and grew into a towering ancient tree. Archaeologists from the West Sea created a library inside the tree, preserving important documents collected by scholars from around the world. Throughout the ages, archaeologists paid with their lives to protect it. 4,000 years ago, the Alabasta Kingdom established the capital, Aliobarna. In the first year of the celestial calendar, the world began using it to record years, becoming the primary way for sailors and explorers to note dates. In the year 402, the ancient city of Shandora flourished, known as the Golden City. In the year 500, a giant elephant carrying an island on its back existed, punished for ancient sins, condemned to wander the seas. In the year 620, the Void Century began. The dwarf people took to the seas seeking necessary supplies but were oppressed by the Don Quixote family, suffering under the exploitation of the Dressrosa royalty. Simultaneously, Joy Boy and the princess of the fishmen at the time, Poseidon, reached an agreement, considering the ship Noah from 800 years ago as a pledge. Unable to fulfill the promise, a letter of apology was engraved on a poneglyph in the sea forest coral grove, addressed to the fishmen. In the celestial calendar year 720, the Void Century came to an end, and 20 ambitious kings established a new world government. Except for the Nefertari royal family, the other 19 royal families traveled to the Holy Land Mary Geos and became celestial dragons. The Golden City of Shandora, in its effort to protect historical records from disappearing, enlisted the skilled craftsmen of the Kazuki clan to carve essential information about the Great Kingdom onto an indestructible stone, later called a poneglyph. The Riku family originated in the Dressrosa Kingdom. After learning about the history of slavery, King Riku apologized to the dwarf people and spread rumors about fairies to protect them. For the next 800 years, Dressrosa remained in a state of peace. Simultaneously, CP9 established a presence on the island without Knight Ini's lobby, also known as the Judicial Island. In the year 820, the world government began exploiting prisoners and citizens from non-allied kingdoms to build Tequila Wolf, a nation located on a bridge in East Blue. The purpose was to connect islands, and the construction, ongoing for over 700 years, remains unfinished. Under the harsh and frequent labor, revolutionary forces began to emerge. In the year 1020, the giant demon Ors roamed the seas, leaving behind legends about the Wano Kingdom. He eventually succumbed to freezing temperatures in a battle on an icy land. 500 years later, Gecko Mariot discovered his remains, and with the genius Dr. Hogback's repairs and Mariot implanting Luffy's shadow into Or's body, he was successfully resurrected. In the year 1080, Mont Blanc Noland was born, marking the beginning of the adventurous life of an extraordinary explorer. In the year 1122, Norland arrived at the island of Jaya, which is now the Skypiea Sky Island. Later, he discovered the Golden City of Shandora and became close friends with the Shandia warrior, Kalgara. In the year 1126, a portion of Jaya was propelled into the sky by the Nok upstream, forming the Skypiea Island, and the Shandia people were driven out of their homeland. The remaining part of Jaya came to be known by the Skypiea inhabitants as the Island of the Gods. In the year 1127, the king ordered Norland to go to Jaya in search of the Golden City. Upon arrival, he found only half of Jaya and no sign of people. In the year 1128, unable to locate the Golden City, Norland was wrongly accused and sentenced to death. A great explorer was mocked by society as the Lying King. However, before his death, Norland insisted that the Golden City of Shandora truly existed. In the year 1320, diplomatic relations were established between the Fishman Island and the world government, leading to a global cessation of attacks on fishmen and mermaids. The king of the Ryugu Kingdom on Fishman Island attended the World Government Conference. In the year 1362, two giant warriors, Dori and Bragi, became legendary captains among pirate crews. In the year 1420, the giant tribe leader Dori decided to duel Bragi on Little Garden. 100 years later, when Luffy encountered them, they were still in an ongoing battle with no clear winner. In the year 1422, for unknown reasons, some members of the giant warrior pirate crew were captured. Carmel collaborated with the world government to stage a play, successfully gaining the trust of the giant tribe and infiltrating Elbaf. She established an orphanage called the Sheep's House and provided the navy with the strongest giant warrior recruits. From the year 1425 to 1455, notable figures such as Brook, Sengoku, Monkey D. Garp, Silvers Rayleigh, Shinjo, Joel D. Roger, Edward Newgate, Crocus, Charlotte Linlin, and Zeph Redleg were born. In the year 1456, due to her gigantic size, Linlin was abandoned by her biological parents on Elbaf, the giant island. In the year 1457, Sister Carmel adopted Charlotte Linlin, and a few months later, the children in the Sheep's House organized a birthday party for Linlin. Linlin exhibited a voracious appetite, swallowing everything in her vicinity. Streusen witnessed the entire process and joined forces with Linlin to establish the Big Mom pirate crew. In the year 1464, Zephyr, Garp, and Sengoku joined the navy, becoming legendary figures of the Marine Force. From the years 1465 to 1468, Kuzuki Oden, Kaido, Kizaru, Elizabello II, and Vinsmoke Judge were born. In the year 1469, the renowned blacksmith Shimatsuki Kozaburo had to leave Ueno clandestinely due to a crime. Many years later, he settled on an island in East Blue, where he founded the Shimatsuki village. Wado Ikemanji and Enma were both crafted by him. In the same year, Akainu was born in North Blue, Monkey D. Dragon in the Goa Kingdom in East Blue, and Nico Alvia in O'Hara in West Blue. In the year 1470, the Rumbar pirates from West Blue entered the Grand Line, and Laboon was temporarily adopted by Crocus. Brook bid farewell to Laboon. The Rumbar pirates were attacked in the Florian Triangle, and all crew members, including Brook, sacrificed themselves. Meanwhile, Gold Roger gained fame across the seas. In the year 1471, Brook was resurrected thanks to eating a devil fruit. From the year 1472 to 1477, notable individuals such as Gecko Moria, Charlotte Perispero, Nefertari Cobra, Igaram, Kuzan, the second son of Katakuri, the third son of Daifuku, the fourth son of Big Mom, Oven, Jinbei, Queen Otoheim, Crocodile, Marco, Douglas Bullet, Aizu, and Charlotte Cracker were born. In the year 1478, Kaido first encountered Charlotte Linlin. In the year 1479, Dracul Mihawk was born. In the celestial calendar year 1480, Shaki retired from the pirate world, putting an end to her career of piracy. In the year 1481, the event known as the Mountain God occurred in Ueno, leading to the estrangement of Kuzuki Oden from his father, Kazuki Sukiyaki, and his subsequent exile. In the year 1483, after Kuzuki Oden arrived in Kuri, the once hellish place transformed into a livable human settlement, prompting Kazuki Sukiyaki to revoke the decision to disown his son. In the year 1484, on God Valley Island, Garp joined forces with the Roger pirate crew to defeat the Rocks pirate crew that was dominating at the time. This event, known as the God Valley Incident, earned Garp the title of Hero of the Marines. After the God Valley Incident, Charlotte Linlin gifted Kaido the Uo Nomi Devil Fruit. In the year 1485, the incurable illness of Hiralik was healed by cherry blossoms, leading him to give up piracy and return to being a doctor. In the year 1486, Zephyr was promoted to admiral in the Navy, earning the highest respect from his subordinates. In the year 1490, after Zephyr's family was killed by pirates, he developed an intense hatred for them. He rose from admiral to vice admiral and became the mentor of Kizaru and Akainu. In the year 1491, at the age of 10, Doflamingo killed his father and gained possession of the Ito Nomi Devil Fruit ability. In the same year, Boa Hancock was born on Amazon Lily. In the year 1492, Barreto and Roger met for the first time. Barreto continuously challenged Roger but never emerged victorious. Eventually, due to his admiration for Roger, Barreto joined Roger's pirate crew. Meanwhile, the Whitebeard pirates, from Itachi port in Kuri, arrived in Ueno, and 2 weeks later, Kuzuki Oden joined the Whitebeard pirates. In the year 1494, Roger fell ill, and he invited Crocus to become the ship's doctor. Crocus, intrigued by the quest for the Rumbar pirates' legacy, agreed to Roger's request. During the same year, a team of explorers focusing on historical documents was established by scholars and archaeologists originating from O'Hara in West Blue. Among them was Alvia, Robin's mother. Concurrently, Kazuki Momonosuke was born on the Mocha Dick ship. After Kazuki Sukiyaki faked his death, Kurazumi Orochi ascended to become the shogun of Ueno and gained the Hibi Nomi Devil Fruit. In the year 1495, the Roger pirates engaged in a battle with the Shiki pirates in the New World, known as the Ed War. Barreto once again doubted Roger's strength and was concerned about promises that seemed impossible to fulfill. After Barreto's failed challenge to Roger, he left the Roger pirates. In the year 1496, the Roger pirates clashed with the Whitebeard pirates, resulting in a 3-day and 3-night battle without a clear winner. Following Roger's invitation, Kuzuki Oden joined the Roger pirates, commencing their second adventure. The Roger pirates reached Skypiea, discovered a poneglyph, and instructed Kuzuki Oden to inscribe the words "I came here and will follow to the ends of the world" on the stone tablet. In the year 1497, the Roger pirates made a name for themselves in the Grand Line, reaching the last island. After learning the true history, Roger and his crew laughed uncontrollably, naming the final island Laughtale. From then on, Roger became known as the Pirate King. He obtained the One Piece treasure. Not long after, the Roger pirates disbanded, and Roger and his wife settled on Batarilla Island in the South Blue. In the year 1498, Gold Roger turned himself in to the world government. Subsequently, he was executed in his hometown, Logue Town, marking the beginning of a new era of piracy. Tom was also sentenced to death for building a ship for Roger. His execution was postponed for 10 years to create the Sea Train. Shiki sought revenge on Roger and attacked Marineford but was thwarted by Garp and Sengoku. Shiki was defeated and imprisoned in Impel Down. In the year 1499, the Gecko Pirates and the Beasts Pirates engaged in a fierce battle in Ueno. Around the same time, Ueno experienced a grave robbing incident, and it was rumored that the remains of Shimatsuki Ryuma and the sword Shusui had been stolen. In another location, the Navy launched a buster call to capture Barreto. Ultimately, Barreto was defeated and imprisoned in Impel Down. In the celestial calendar year 1500, Fleet Admiral Sengoku ordered a buster call to attack Ohara. The thousand-year-old Tree of Knowledge was also destroyed. Vice Admiral Kuzan secretly released Robin, who was then rewarded with a bounty of 79 million berries. Port Gasti Ace was born on Batarilla Island, but his mother, Rouge, passed away shortly after his birth. In the same year, Shiki severed his own legs to escape from Impel Down, breaking its history, and then headed to Daft to plan his revenge. In the year 1501, Roronoa Zoro was born in Shimatsuki village, and Sanji was born in the Germa kingdom. In 1502, due to Kaido and Korazumi Orochi failing to keep their promise to Odin, Odin led the 9 Red Scabbards to confront Kaido. After their defeat, Odin died by jumping into a boiling oil pot to save the 9 Red Scabbards. Kazuki Toki, using her abilities, sent Kazuki Momonosuke to the future 20 years later and then passed away. Kaido became the dominant figure and held power in Wano. In the year 1503, Monkey D. Luffy was born in the village of Fusha in the Goa Kingdom in East Blue. Usopp was born in the village of Syrup in East Blue. Boa Hancock and her 2 sisters were taken to the Holy Land Mary Geos as slaves to the Celestial Dragons. In the celestial calendar year 1504, Nefertari Vivi was born in the Alabasta Kingdom. In 1505, Tony Chopper was born in the Drum Kingdom, and Port Gastiles, recognizing Sabo, who was leaving home to start collecting money to buy a pirate ship named after their family. Queen Otoheim on Fishman Island began collecting signatures of the citizens nationwide to express their desire to emigrate at the World Government Conference. In the year 1507, Fisher Tiger infiltrated Mary Geos, liberating thousands of slaves. The 3 Boa sisters were also freed, and this event was known as the Attack on Mary Geos, leading to the establishment of the Sun Pirates. Jinbei and Arlong joined the Sun Pirates. In 1508, the sea train Puffing Tom was completed. In the celestial calendar year 1509, the red-haired pirates arrived at the Fusha village in East Blue, where Shanks and Luffy met. Zoro encountered an old man on the beach and learned that he created Enma. Trafalgar D. Waterlaw ate the Opop no Mi devil fruit. Boa Hancock became the empress and captain of the Kuja pirates, with a bounty of 80 million berries. Sanji became the assistant to the chefs. In 1510, Luffy ate the Gomu Gomu no Mi devil fruit, gaining the power of rubber. Shanks lost his left arm while saving Luffy and passed on the straw hat to him before leaving East Blue to continue his journey. Luffy meets Ace and Sabo, and the 3 become sworn brothers. Shortly after, Sabo goes out to sea and unexpectedly gets attacked by the Celestial Dragons. Luckily, he is rescued by Dragon, who is now the leader of the Revolutionary Army. Zoro, due to Kuina's death, makes a vow and inherits Wado Ikamanji. Fisher Tiger is besieged and captured by the Navy when he brings Koala back home. He dies from severe injuries and blood loss. Arlong returns to Koala's island for revenge but is captured by Kizaru and taken to Impel Down. In the year 1511, Jeff returns after his grand adventure on the Grand Line, losing his legs while saving Sanji. Later, Sanji and Zeph are stranded on a deserted island and are rescued after 85 days. They then establish a restaurant, Baratai, in East Blue. Jinbei becomes a member of the 7 warlords with the condition that the world government must release Arlong from Impel Down and free the Fishman slaves. In the year 1512, the Arlong pirates arrive at Kokoyashi village in East Blue, constructing Arlong Park. Nojiko is forced to join the Arlong pirates. Simultaneously, Queen Otoheim on Fishman Island is assassinated by Hody Jones, and Doflamingo joins the 7 warlords, beginning his rule over Dressrosa. In the year 1513, a new marine recruit ship led by Zephyr is attacked. His right arm is severed by a pirate with the devil fruit power. In 1514, Enel destroys his homeland, Burka, and begins attacking Skypiea. He defeats the god Gonfall and his followers, taking control of Skypiea and renaming it God. Tony Chopper eats the Hito Hito no Mi devil fruit in 1516. In the same year, Iceberg entrusts Frankie with the blueprints for the ancient weapon Pluton, and Frankie becomes the underground boss of Water 7. Red Hair Shanks becomes one of the 4 emperors in the same year. In the year 1517, Port Gasti Ace sets sail from the coast near Mount Colbert. In 1518, Ace consumes the Mara Mara no Mi devil fruit, gaining the power of fire. He becomes the captain of the infamous Spade Pirates, gaining widespread fame. Shortly afterward, he rejects joining the 7 warlords, engaging in a 5-day, 5-night battle with Jinbei that ends in a draw. His challenge to Whitebeard also ends in defeat. Ultimately, he becomes the captain of the 2nd division of the Whitebeard Pirates. Meanwhile, the Navy discovers Ace's identity. In the year 1519, Koza joins the Alabasta rebel army and becomes its leader. The pirate Cavendish enters the New World, attracting attention as a rising figure. Thatch acquires the Yami Yami no Mi devil fruit but is soon killed by Teach, who takes the dark fruit. Teach leaves the Whitebeard Pirates and forms the Blackbeard Pirates. In the year 1520, the main character of One Piece, Monkey D. Luffy, sets sail, leaving his hometown Fusha, forming a crew with Roronoa Zoro, Nami, Usopp, and Sanji, and establishing the Straw Hat Pirates. During this time, Luffy defeats Arlong, earning a bounty of 30 million belly for the first time, and then ventures into the Grand Line. The Straw Hat Pirates, determined to rescue Robin, invade the world government facility Enies Lobby, facing CP9. Accidentally, a buster call is triggered by CP9's leader, Spandam, destroying the Judicial Islands. The destruction is blamed on the Straw Hat Pirates, marking the event known as the Enies Lobby Incident. Luffy's bounty is raised to 300 million belly. The world is shaken when the two emperors, Shanks and Whitebeard, meet in the New World. A major event unfolds at Sabaody Archipelago, where pirates with bounties exceeding 100 million berries appear together. This era is known as the Age of the 11 Supernovas. The members of the Straw Hat Pirates are completely overwhelmed by the power of the admirals, Kizaru. Thanks to Bartholomew Kuma, the Straw Hat crew narrowly escapes death, but gets separated. Portgas Ace clashes with Blackbeard on Bonero Island and is defeated. Ace is handed over to the authorities in exchange for Blackbeard's Shichibukai title. Portgas Ace is sentenced to execution and sent to Impel Down prison to await his fate. Monkey D. Luffy infiltrates Impel Down to rescue his brother Ace and successfully escapes with 241 prisoners, shattering the prison's supposed impregnability. On the day of Ace's execution, Whitebeard mobilizes his entire fleet and allied forces to Marineford headquarters to save Ace. Whitebeard sacrifices himself for Ace, who, after taking a hit meant for Luffy from Akainu, also dies. The Emperor Shanks appears to end the conflict at Marineford. The conclusion of the Marineford War marks the beginning of a new era for pirates. In the celestial calendar year 1521, Fleet Admiral Sengoku and Vice Admiral Monkey D. Garp resign from their positions. Akainu and Kuzan engage in a 10-day, 10-night battle at Punk Hazard to determine the new Fleet Admiral, with Akainu emerging as the victor. Dissatisfied, Kuzan steps down. To compensate for the significant losses suffered by the Navy as key figures depart, a worldwide recruitment campaign is initiated to fill the vacant positions. Admirals Fujitora and Ryakuju join the ranks at Navy headquarters. After Whitebeard's death, the Whitebeard Pirates and the Blackbeard Pirates engage in a massive battle, with the Whitebeard Pirates ultimately suffering a devastating defeat. Blackbeard becomes one of the new emperors and begins hunting those who possess devil fruit powers. In the celestial calendar year 1522, 2 years have passed since the Straw Hat Pirates were separated, and during this time, each member has diligently trained. Now is the time for their reunion, starting from where they were scattered. The 9 members gather at Sabaody Archipelago to head into the New World. At this moment, Fishman Island is attacked by a pirate group with a strong grudge against humans called the New Fishman Pirates. The New Fishman Pirates are defeated, and peace is restored to the island. Additionally, the mermaid princess of Fishman Island, Shirahoshi, is revealed to be one of the 3 ancient weapons, Poseidon. Jinbe receives an invitation to join the crew from Luffy, but he declines. The events at Fishman Island also lead to a conflict between the Straw Hat Pirates and the Yonko Big Mom. The Straw Hats leave Fishman Island. Upon entering the New World, the Straw Hat group receives a call from an island named Punk Hazard. Here, they meet Kinemon, a samurai searching for his son. They also encounter Caesar Clown, a former assistant of the scientist Vegapunk, Trafalgar Law, and the G5 Marine unit led by Smoker. Kinemon and Momonosuke join the journey, forming an alliance with the Heart Pirates. Trafalgar Law prepares to execute a plan to destroy the Smile Factory in Dressrosa, a country of love, passion, and toys. Luffy is pulled into participating in a tournament at the Colosseum, while the other crew members become entangled in a rebellion plot. Admiral Akainu sends Admiral Fujitora to handle the situation. Amidst the chaos in Dressrosa, Doflamingo traps everyone in a giant birdcage, and a battle ensues between the Don Quixote Pirates, the Straw Hat Pirates, and their respective allies. Ultimately, Luffy and his allies defeat the Don Quixote Pirates, and the Straw Hat fleet is formed. After the events in Dressrosa, the Straw Hats, along with Law and the Samurai, travel to Zou, a giant elephant carrying an island on its back and the homeland of the Mink tribe. The Mink tribe is recovering from the brutal attack by Jack, one of the right-hand men of Emperor Kaido. The group discovers the situation with Sanji and the true identity of the samurai. They decide to split up. Luffy's group will rescue Sanji, while the remaining group will head to Wano country, where Kaido reigns. Luffy's group arrives at Whole Cake Island to bring Sanji back from the politically motivated wedding between the Vinsmoke and Charlotte families. They form an alliance with Jinbe, Caesar, and the Fire Tank Pirates to counter Big Mom and save the Vinsmoke family. Sanji returns to the Straw Hat crew, Jinbe joins, and Caesar Clown and the Fire Tank Pirates become temporary allies. After leaving Whole Cake Island, the entire group gathers in Wano as planned. Here, the Straw Hat Pirates collaborate with Law, Kid, and the Samurai to rebel against the Beast Pirates. Big Mom, while chasing Luffy, also arrives in Wano. Due to their common goal, Kaido and Big Mom join forces to counter the rebellion. The battle is intense and only concludes when Law and Kid defeat Big Mom, and Luffy defeats Kaido. Luffy then becomes one of the 4 emperors. God Oda has created a rich and profound world where diverse characters form a powerful family. From Monkey D. Luffy and his crew, each character has a unique personality and a past full of mysteries. The journey of the Straw Hat Pirates is not just about searching for the One Piece treasure, it's also about friendship, fighting for justice, and resisting oppressive systems. I am captivated by how Oda combines elements of humor, suspense, and emotion. Characters like Zoro, Nami, Sanji, and other members of the Straw Hat crew have faced severe challenges, developing and growing along the way. Luffy's journey takes him through islands filled with secrets and mysteries. The principle that strength doesn't just come from muscle power in One Piece makes the story outstanding and meaningful. Oda's continuous innovation in battles and exploration of new aspects of the maritime world makes each episode exciting and unpredictable. One Piece is not just a manga, anime, it's an endless journey where faith, friendship, and strong will become the main sources of strength to overcome all difficulties. In your opinion, which part of One Piece is the best among the series? Thank you, everyone, for watching the entire video. Please like, share, and subscribe to see new videos from the channel.